discuss about MQTT, let us recall session layer protocol. In last class, we have started about the session layer protocol. The first session layer protocol is HTTP. As we have discussed about this HTTP in the last class, the full form of HTTP is Hypertext Transport Protocol. And one more session layer protocol is MQTT. The abbreviation of this MQTT is message queue telemetry transfer. And one more session layer protocol is AMQP, Advanced Message Queue Protocol. This is also called as a transport protocol. And one more session layer protocol is OAP, Constraint Application Protocol. And the last but not least, that is XMPP. It is extended message and extended message protocol. So in the last class we have discussed about this hypertext protocol. That hypertext protocol is usually one internet protocol suite. In order to send the web documents, in order to send the messages through web documents or web pages, we are going to use HTTP. Again, that HTTP is of two types. One is the generalized HTTP, and one more is the secured HTTP. That secured HTTP is represented by HTTPS. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about MQTT, Message Queue Telemetry Transfer. Before going to discuss about MQTT, let us recall the types of Internet of Things. As we have discussed in the second unit, while discussing about IoT and the MTM, that is the title of second unit. So in that, what is meant by MTM? Machine to machine. That is, it is a part of IoT. In an IoT, MTM is a part of MTM is one part. So likewise here, MQTT message queue telemetry transport is an M2M IoT transport protocol. It is an M2M IoT transport protocol. Sir, what is the reason we go for MQTT, sir? So here, the main object of this MQTT is an MQTT is a broker which connects the client and server. In order to connect the client and server, we are going to use one intermediate device. That intermediate device is nothing but MQTT broker. This one is the client. So what are the examples of client? Laptop, mobile phone. These all comes under the category of client. And what about server? Server or client or cloud. We know that a server or cloud is a places at which the vast amount of data that has been stored. Okay, so from the server, in order to access the data, we are going to use devices. Those are called as a client. So that is the reason we go for MQTT. It is a easiest communication protocol in order to communicate the devices, and that MQTT is a M2M IoT transport protocol. M2M IoT transport protocol. Okay, and here now we are going to discuss about MQTT architecture. To understand this MQTT architecture, we are going to focus on some elements. So those are, the first one is a message, and the second one is client, and the third one is broker, and the fourth one is topic name. Other topic. Okay. Now let us discuss about the first component of IoT architecture, that is message. If we are going to discuss about that message, first of all we are going to draw the architecture of MQTT. MQTT architecture. So in that MQTT architecture, we are going to use a publisher, and this is MQTT broker, with the help of the publisher. That means here the publisher means whatever the devices we are going to use, or the sensors. We know that in an IoT, in the first block we have the sensors and actuators. Sensors are the physical devices and also transducers which converts the external environment into electrical signal. Okay, like a temperature sensor or the temperature and humidity sensor, and next what we have, soil moisture sensor. Likewise we have the different sensors to access the data from the external environment. So with the help of the sensors, we are going to convert that external environment into electrical signal. That electrical signal is applied to the MQTT broker in terms of message. What is meant by message here? The message that is having the data that is carried out by the protocol across the network. We know that the definition of network. Network is connection of systems. Is called as a network. Once again, I am going to repeat. It is a publisher, in which we are going to use the sensors. With the help of those sensors, whatever the sensors sense, that sensing data is sent to the MQTT broker in terms of message, and that message is forwarded to the subscribers. Let us consider two subscribers like this. It is one subscriber. Example of one subscriber is a mobile phone, and one more subscriber, let us take a PC or laptop. It is also one more subscriber. Okay, now let us discuss the first statement of the MQTT architecture, that is message. Well, because in this architecture we are going to mention the data that is sent in terms of messages. That is, a message is the data carried out by the protocol across the network. It is data carried out by the protocol. We know that the definition of protocol. Protocol is a set of rules or a systematic procedure to establish a communication. So, what is the message? It is a data carried out by the protocol across the network. Okay. Now, let us discuss about client. which performs two operations. One is publish, another one is subscribe. So here, first of all, let us discuss about publish. A client is a device which is used to send the messages and receive the messages. We are going to use that device. Once again, I will repeat. A client is a device which is used to send the message and receive the message. Best example is after opening the Google website, after typing google.co.in, we are going to get a web page. On that web page, we are going to search whatever we need. Correct? Okay. So after completion of that, after querying to the website, it will give the answer related to the question. Likewise, here also, a client is a device of the software which is used to send the messages as well as the receive the messages. It is a device. It is a device which is used to send messages and so these send messages are also called as a publish. Publish and receive messages. Okay, now let us discuss about broker, which is also called as a server. We know that the server is a device which is having the capability to store the vast amount of data. Okay, let us discuss about that. It is a device which is used to store the vast amount of data in MQTT, which provides the data to the client. Which provides the data to the client. As we have discussed starting of this class, that is an MQTT is the easiest communication between the devices. We know that the definition of communication, exchange of information between 2 points, is called as a communication. Here also the communication is established between the client as well as the server. While establishing communication between the client and server, in between we are going to use MQTT broker. And what about the one more element? Up to this, we have completed a message, client and server. And one more topic name. Okay, let us discuss about this topic name. Topic name. So here the topic name that indicates the label assigned to the message is called as a topic, which is also called as a topic name. The label assigned to a message is called topic. That is, each and every messages we are going to assign a labels. That assigning of labels to the message is called as a topic. Okay, let us draw the diagram by using a topic. How we are going to mention that in MQTT. That is, here we are going to focus on this topic. It is a topic. In between the publisher and the subscriber, the messages are exchanged based on this topic. That is, we are going to draw, at this side we are going to draw the publisher, at this side we are going to draw the subscriber. Sir, what is meant by publisher, sir? A publisher means whatever the sensors sends the data, those data has been sent by the sensors to the client. that is the message sent by the clients is called as a publisher. The messages received by the clients is called as a subscriber. The process of sending messages by the clients is called as a publishing. The process of collecting messages by the clients is called as a subscription. Once again I will repeat. That is here in between these the messages are sent by the publisher and at this side we are going to use subscriber. Once again let us recall what is meant by topic name. The label assigned to the message is called as a topic or topic name. Topic name. Okay, here also the messages are exchanged between publisher and subscriber. What is meant by publisher? What is meant by publisher? It is a process of sending messages by the client. A publisher is defined as the messages are sent by the messages are sent towards server. Towards server is called publisher, and that process is called as publishing, and that process is called publishing. Now let us write down about subscription. A subscription is a process in which the messages are received by the client. It is a process in which the messages are received by the client. What is the application of MQTT?
Message queue.
What type of protocol it is?
MQTT.
IoT transport protocol. Okay, it is a lightweight protocol in which the communication is established between the devices without intervention of human being. Okay. Now let us discuss MQTT message format. So it is one more subtopic of MQTT. In the MQTT, we have the first one. We have discussed the introduction of MQTT, and the second we have discussed the architecture of MQTT. In the architecture, we have the 4 elements. Those 4 elements, one is a message, and client, server or broker, and a topic name. These are the 4 components. Now we have discussed about those 4 components or 4 elements of MQTT architecture. Okay. Now let us discuss about MQTT message format. So in this MQTT message format, we are going to take 2 things. One is client, and the one is server. Why? Because as we have discussed at starting of this class, MQTT is a broker which is used to connect the client and server. To make the communication between the client and server, we are going to use MQTT, which is also called as MQTT broker. Okay. So which is mainly used at which the bandwidth is more important. Especially in remote applications, we are going to use MQTT. The application of MQTT is in remote applications at which the bandwidth is more important. Then at those places we are going to use this MQTT. It is also wireless transport protocol. No need to use any wires. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about MQTT message format. Message format. As we have discussed in the previous classes, every time the client can request to the server, I'm going to connect with you. I need your help. So here, to request that, whenever the client is request to the server, that requesting is in terms of connect. So that is a connect is a term which is mainly used to requesting the server. It is called as connect. With the help of connect term, the client can request to the server. Whenever the server will respond, that response again received by the client with the connect acknowledgement. Connect acknowledgement. And also we have discussed mainly two topics about the client. Client can perform the two operations. What are those two operations? One is publishing, another one is subscription. Okay. So that is here the published request again sent by the client. It is a publish. Next, the corresponding acknowledgement that is sent by the server towards the client. A client can request to the server, and while responding, the server it will send the acknowledgement towards the client. Then only the proper communication is established between the client and server. So that is immediately the server that will give the publish acknowledgement. And next, one more is what it is? Subscribe. Again, the client can send the subscribe request, and the server, whenever the server can respond, that response is sent by the server towards the client in terms of subscribe acknowledgement. It is about an MQTT message format. As we have discussed starting of this, MQTT acts as a broker which is used to connect the client as well as the server. So while communicating this client and server with the help of MQTT broker, this message format we are going to use. So that is first of all the client can request to the server, I'm going to connect with you. Are you ready to connect with me? Yes, I'm ready. So that response is sent by the server in terms of connect. Next, after connecting, the client can send a message towards the server. So that is I'm going to send the message. Okay, we carry on. So that response is again sent by the server with publish acknowledgement. Next, coming to the subscribe. So I need whether the data is properly reached to you or not. Again, the server can send the acknowledgement toward the client. So these three processes, that is with respect to the client, this arrow mark towards the server, main operations, three operations: connect, publish, and subscribe, and the corresponding acknowledgements coming from the servers towards the client. Those are called as acknowledgement. We know that acknowledgement is a confirmation whether the data or whether that request is properly reached to the